Hi everybody, Christina Blackfeather here again. Not doing a live stream today, just got in from mowing and going and harvesting some dandelion greens and getting those, they're soaking in apple cider vinegar and water right now. Um, I also harvested some of the roots, be able to dry the roots and use them for making tea. The greens I'm just going to blanch and have with some olive oil and lemon juice and salt and pepper. And then picked some for the guinea pigs too, of course. You know, they got to have theirs. So I thought I would do a little bit of building before I have to get ready for work, and yeah. So last time we had set out finishing this piece here. How did I miss that? There's not supposed to be dirt there. That's not right. Oh, good grief. I'll do that. Okay. A little better. I actually kind of like that texture combination. But we'll worry about that next time. So what I did is I've got this set up. The building for the proprietor of the bed and breakfast will be right next to the bed and breakfast. So I kind of just did the front facade shape on that. And this is probably going to be somebody else's house right here at the end of it. And then I went and I started marking out the wall that we're going to have, just kind of going across this way, and there will be a gate right here too, is what I'm contemplating. I might as well put those markings in just to give myself an idea that there's a gate right there. Alrighty. Actually, let's do a sign as well, because, well, I might as well know what I'm doing, right? Okay, so we're going to put a gate. Alright. So, you know, that means I'm going to have a road going out this way. So let's actually go look and see what lay beyond. Just for fun. Oh. And there the coastline be. What have we got? Oh, this is lovely. Uh-huh. A little bit of islands, but some of them might have to be knocked out just a little bit. But it looks like we might have a decent port out this way. Huh. I hadn't been exploring out this way. This will give me an idea of what's going to eventually go here. I'm going to have some good building here for a while, it looks like. Do we call that a capital? You know, I'm beginning to wonder. Because as big as this is starting to look, this is going to turn into an entire capital. Which means they have their own nether portal bursting through, of course. then this could be, the tower that's peeking above it could actually be, yeah, because a lot of castles had walls that had villages kind of inside, and then you had the main residences and things like that. So I think that might be a good deal there. So let's also put a couple markers out here so I remember what I'm doing. So really, this is actually a good site because they're going to have the airport and they're going to have the seaport. Okay. So we have some plans. And still it looks like occasionally there's some oaks here and there and mainly spruce out this way. So that hasn't changed. What a funky... Well, there's supports for a couple giant cranes, I guess. Which means we could have a manufacturing facility here. This is going to be a larger project than I originally thought. Okay. Oh, wow. That's so awesome. I still think this would be a really fun seed to play in survival, because out where I lost the village, that way. Out where, you know, I've got the village going here. And this village, of course, was naturally generated with this seed. So I did a little bit of exploring off camera. And I found a cave system kind of like underneath. Now it came out in another spot, but I already buried that because it was just a little hole in the ground. But I did a little bit of just exploring down here just to see what was down here, and of course I was still in creative. But this is huge. I did find the ends of it. But there's some very beautiful things inside this cave system. It's attached to ravines. Look at that. It's lovely. It really is. This isn't the spot though. It's got some natural caverns in here that are stunning. Just absolutely beautiful formations, and I probably got lost and turned around. Going back the other way, yeah. Let's see if I can find it again. But there's a lot of resources down here. Well, now I've lost it. Yeah, I've lost it a long time ago. What am I saying? I think that was back out again. I keep going this. This is why I can't guide people to places. Okay, this was the other way out is what happened there. But this is why you do not have me guide you anywhere. Because I will get you lost. It might be within that ravine, but all these mushroom formations are natural. Here we go. Look at this. There's some beautiful cathedral rooms in this thing. I haven't even explored all of this. Lovely natural cathedrals. It's really great. I mean, this is fantastic. So if you want a really nice place to explore, this is it. So I recommend, I'm thinking, I don't know, I'm getting really frustrated with the rabbit warren right now. What I had happen is I got zombies invading again, and I don't have bad lighting anywhere. I don't know where they're coming from. And it's just frustrating me. And currently I got so mad that I stuck it back on peaceful for a while, but I don't know. I'm almost considering trying a mod pack and then doing the mod pack as a stream or as a video. I don't know. But oh, it just made me so mad. I didn't lose any villagers again. I was able to stand there and fire off at the zombies like crazy, but I don't know how they're getting in. And they seem to all come from one spot, and then they just swarm, and I had it on easy mode. They shouldn't be swarming like that. I don't know if the AI changed a little bit with the last patch, maybe. But you got to remember, I'm not the most comfortable person with survival to begin with. This here was 2 separate little ponds. So I thought to just waterfall this, but it's going to need some landscaping, but that's not high on the priority list. But yeah, that's the cavern system underneath, and you saw I didn't explore all of it. It's pretty expansive, and I'm excited about that. So let's head over here. All in all, this is a really fun seed. Okay. Now, yeah, I had this going out a bit and then in. So I think what I'm going to have to do is figure out what the deck is going to look like in the first place here. And I didn't want to have the fancier wood. I figured that the jungle wood will probably be on the outer sides of the ship, along with the dark oak, or the spruce, whichever it was I used. I'm thinking for the decking I'm going to have to use oak wood planks. Let's do that. Probably I'm going to need oak wood slabs. Spruce slabs. We'll leave oak wood. So we'll put stairs. And let's grab some spruce stairs too. I'm probably going to need some other stuff. But at this point, I don't really have a plan here. So that's where I need to go. And I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to cheat. Going to look and see what others have done for shipbuilding in Minecraft. Should have thought about this, that I really needed a plan. I have a general image in my head, but I'm not really certain where I'm going with it. Okay, I wasn't out of the question there. Okay. Holy cow. Looking at these things, I realize how bad I suck as a builder. I suppose, you know what, we probably all feel like we stink as builders. We see somebody else's work and it's like, oh my god, it's so awesome, I stink. Yeah. Well, let's give me some light here to actually see for one. There, that's gonna help. So, let's take a look at this. I do remember, I think I was using spruce on this. Yeah. Okay. And so let's not make the deck red. I'm just going to lay these out for a moment and give myself a foundation to build on. I think that's going to be my best bet. Because some of this will match the sides of the ship for loading and unloading and stuff. And then some of the sides will be up higher. But at least if I give myself a base floor here, start working on the shape of the ship, and then I can go further with developing the entire shape of the ship. It's kind of hard for me because I would like to do some extra building on this, but I did say I was going to do most of the things while recording, and so some days that I want to play creative, I can't really record. I still have a little shaky hands, I apologize. The trick is going to be to make sure that I have everything lit underneath and on the bridge of this too, just to control spawning. I mean, this is in peaceful mode right now anyway, so it's not like it makes a huge difference, but I've gotten into the habit of paying attention to that. And if you do build to open something up for play later with a bunch of people and you go into hard mode or anything else with structures that you've already got built, you gotta kind of pay attention to those sort of things. So yeah. And I can see where I goofed up on some of the measurements. So this doesn't hurt to figure that out either. And this is where things are going to build upward. So I can't do anything with the harnesses from the balloon until I actually have a base. At least even if I have the upper design of the body done here, then I'll be able to work on the harness system if I wanted to. Well, that looks like that matches up. That's good. So not bad for just freehand with no plans, no guidelines, anything like that. I managed to get it to be fairly even. That's not bad. Boy, this is exciting. I'm so sorry, guys. Must learn video editing. I'm ignoring that. Bills must pay. No money till Friday. Okay, and so right here, of course, is going to be going upward. I imagine the captain's quarters will be under this. Is that going to be tall enough? Worry about that in a moment. So really, this is kind of silly right here. This should be flatter this way. And these are the things that you kind of need to see. Having that divot's kind of just inconvenient. So that means this is going to have to go like this. See, these are the things you don't see until you start filling things in once you have an outline. And that's not too bad. Of course, I'll be doing some slanting and stuff like that in here. But right now, let's get the middle of this. Let's see where it is. Oh, almost. Just about. So the middle is actually right here. It's these two. Well, it's because I have the little odd shape. There's a 4 square shape. So that's got to be it. Okay. Yep. Alrighty. How do I get down? Alright. There's a point to this madness here. I'm only bringing this down for a minute so I can figure out what I am doing. Because this right now is something that is extremely important because we need some light to work with. Okay. Now there's not going to be you know, furnace running all the way down. Usually this would have been on the top. Let's see where we are. There's also going to be more underneath the ship, you know, right there, camera, underneath. But right now we're just working on the surface. Couldn't see where I was pointing on camera. Kind of sad. Alright, so let's, whoops, just lay this as a base for the moment. And I'm a little afraid. Wait a minute, let me check something. Is fire spread something that we can control? Or I suppose it's a command. Huh. Okay. It's got to be a command line thing. Yeah. I'd use nether brick, but the problem would be is that I'm a little afraid of the whole fire spreading thing with this much wood. Let's place this first. Okay. Wait a minute. And the ship is starting to take some shape. Oops. Spruce. And cow down below. How now, brown cow? This will make sense later. Okay, that gives me the base. What time is it? Okay. All right, so that at least tells me where the fire is going to be. Oh, that's a block sticking through there. So now, think. What to do. Because we actually want this to be fairly controlled. Okay. Then let's do that. I'm just thinking right at the moment. Let's see what we've got that's going to make this look halfway presentable. Let's do that. Go back to my default of the black stained glass. So stick these on the corners. All right. Then let's do so many blocks I wish that were so many blocks I wish that had half slabs with them. And stairs. Okay, so then we go to this. And because there's movement between the balloon and this, we can't have something that's solid here, of course. Oops. Doggone it. Goofed that one up. There. Okay. Now, we do need to make this look like there's some heat rising here. So, let's see. Let's play with the glass panes instead. So let's go with red and orange, I think. Maybe a little bit of black. We're not going to go all the way up, but we want to make this look like there's flames rising up. As much as we're going to be able to do here. I mean, we're kind of limited. Yeah, it's a little bit limited on what I'm going to be able to do with it, I'm afraid. There's no neat way to do this. Looks ridiculous. And let's take one of these out. And one of that. It just kind of give a little bit of illusion going up to the top there, so that's okay. How Oh, I'm fooling my own eye. I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. It still doesn't. That's because I have the uneven spot right here. That's what's doing it. No. Okay. Oh. Well, that's okay. So it's out one that way. All right. I did get measurements pretty messed up here. It's still not going to be totally even by the looks of it. Ah, crud. I screwed this up bad. Because this is supposed to be in the center here. Well, you know, that's what we needed to see. So I screwed this up really bad. This whole side over here has to come out. Okay, well, you know what? By next time, what I plan on having done off camera, because this is going to be just extra work, I'm going to have to count from this side and make this side match, because you want the crew to be able to get around this as well. So I'm going to have to widen this side out. So all it is a matter of counting and making sure everything's even from the point of the heat. The balloon itself is okay. That can be a little bit off because it is an organic piece. So I'm not overly worried about that. But the ship itself does need to have this in the center, not where it is. And of course, the captain's probably going to be steering from like right about here. So let's stick a marker here. Okay. And let's at least count so I at least know how far out I have to go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, holy cow, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I know how far this deck has to be expanded. How I screwed that up, I've got it screwed up from the center of the ship. Oh. I have to fix the balloon. I have to adjust it at the balloon. So all this is going to have to come out. Okay, well, that's going to be some off-camera work for me. But, you know, that's the nature of the game. That's what happens. So, yeah. I wish I would have looked at that before I put all this in. But yeah, I have to widen the base of the balloon here and move all of this over and move all of this over. Because the dragon's head is along this point. So the center point of this has to go to needs to move over to here. So we'd be doing this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. So not. Oh, one more. And out here. This is going to have to go to 5. Yeah. Let's go to 5. So everything needs to be moved over. Let's mark this. And I was so pleased with that too. Doggone it. Yeah, well. Alright, so by next time I should have all of this moved over just a couple blocks and all of that up in there. And then get some more of the bone block and expand the bottom of the ship. So, or expand the bottom of the balloon. If I know how to fly. Yay! Fliegen! So yeah, this all has to come out this way as well. just to give it... Come on, work. Yeah. So there'll be the center of the design for the air. Okay. Well, now we know. So I actually have to get ready for work soon. So this is kind of calling it quits, and we see where I foobarred. I'm sure there's going to be several other adjustments needing to be made, because the captain's column is going to have to be like right here instead. Yeah, that's going to have to, that's at least an easier fix. And then once I get these sides matching up, it's going to be a little easier to deal with. But that was something I could not see before, pardon me, before I put the floor in. And that's what you do. You just build a bit, realize you screwed up, get frustrated, and rage quit. I'm kidding. I'm really kidding. Yeah, kidding. Okay. There's my thumb. Anyway, you guys have a great night. For me, enjoy sleeping. I'll be up all night, and blessed be everybody.